is it with you anyway? Bringing up all that Wilmot Brown stuff again.
I was only trying to help you.
You used to have a sense of humour once. Anyway, when is it we're supposed to be doing the dirty deed, eh? Over the bar counter with the customers clapping?
You have a that in pocket.
So what? Do you know what really gets to me? Is the fact that you even listen to that line, little cow again. You know by now she'd do anything to stir up trouble.
I'm trying to make things easier for you.
If you really want to help, the best thing you can do is keep away from her.
You sure you don't want me to come with you to meet her folks?
No, one of us has got to work today. What with that and your mum's conference, we don't want to start off by rowing. It's going to be hard enough as it is. So what time Mum wants round then? At 6-ish?
You won't believe this, but she's taken to her bed and she won't talk to anyone.
Oh, she's not ill, is she?
No, she's just putting it on. She says there's no need for a conference now because there's nothing to confer about. Ian is having Michelle's old room. It's her house, and if we don't like it, we can lump it, and I could strangle her.
Oh, I'm sorry, Paul. It's not fair on you.
I know it's not. I tell you, if Arthur and I had somewhere to go, we'd walk out of here tomorrow. That would give her a shock. She just takes it for granted I'd put up with anything.
Well, it's not my doing, Paul, honestly. I didn't even want him to leave home, let alone lumber you. He just won't listen. It's all so unnecessary.
Yeah, I know. I mean, what about our Mark? Supposing he wants to come home?
Hi, Isis. What's up?
Oh, your boy as usual. Yeah, help yourself to a cup of tea.
She got the hump for.
Mum's put her foot down. Ian can have that room if he wants it. Don't know what anybody thinks.
Always could get round his nan, that one. What can we do, Kath? He's over 18?
No, I don't know. Look, I'm going to go and get changed. I want to be calm before I meet Donna's parents.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that, Kath. Look, I've got some good news for you, though. Den said you can have a job in the wine bar when he takes over.
I don't need another job.
Kath, if you work for Den, you're still going to have your independence, and we won't argue so much, because you'll be out of Wilmot's way.
Oh, for goodness sake.
Look, and now Ian might want to come home. I mean, it's all that bad atmosphere that drove him away in the first place.
Will you give me a break?
This is definitely the place.
Are you sure it's all right to park?
You must be Mr. and Mrs. Ludlow. I'm Kathy Beale.
How do you do?
Hello. Pleased to meet you.
It was a longer journey than we thought. I'm sorry we kept you waiting. Gerald works locally in Bromley and I don't get up to town much, so we got a bit
We
lost.
did nothing of the sort, Alice. I had the route all mapped out. It was just the sheer volume of traffic and all those one-way systems.
Mrs. Beale doesn't want to know all that.
Well, we're not here to make small talk, are we? But thank you for coming. Look, I'm sorry to land you with this, but I was desperate.
It was the least we could do. When my friend June, Donna's godmother, came to see you, she eventually told me about it, in confidence. And I was so relieved that you made the decision you did. I couldn't see that any good could come from Donna getting in contact with you. Not that we've ever been able to stop Donna doing anything she wanted to once she'd made up her mind.
Yeah, well, I found that out to my cost. Look, Mrs. Watkins promised me that that would be the end of it. So much for promises.
Please believe me, we knew nothing about it until you wrote to us. It came as a terrible shock. Isn't that right, Gerald?
It's been a very upsetting time for all of us. Donna just gets carried away with whatever idea she's got in her head. She's always been an emotional, imaginative girl, leaping into things.
Regardless of other people's feelings. Look, I'm sorry if I seem angry, but it's no use pretending. I am.
Well, we only knew what she tells us when she comes home.
She's always been somewhat economical with the truth.
Oh, don't beat about the bush. She tells lies. I'm a mother and I can say it if no one else can. Right from being a child. I don't know why. I dare say it's our fault, but some of the things she used to tell her teachers at school about our lives. She said I was dying of an incurable disease
All young
once.
girls do that to some extent. It's a sign of insecurity.
Don't defend her like you always do. She had nothing to be insecure about. We always gave her what she wanted. Maybe that was the problem. She's always been trouble. I love her, but that's true.
It only started when she found out she was adopted. If we'd taken her to a therapist, as they suggested...
She'd have told lies there, too. Gerald isn't doing any good washing our dirty linen in public. The point is, what are we going to do about all this now?
Well, you've got to do something. I mean, you've no idea what this is doing to my life, to my family. She's a part of my past that I don't want to be reminded of. I made that quite clear to Mrs. Watkins. I meant it then, and I mean it now.
She's a grown woman.
We can try.
Just what has she told you about her life round here?
Well, only that she's working in a solicitor's office, making use of her O-levels, and doing quite well. She liked it, and she'd made friends.
She wouldn't let us visit the bedsit she's living in, and we thought it best at the time to let her get on with it.
Well, that's another pack of lies. I mean, it's news to us round here that she's qualified to anything apart from stirring up trouble.
What do you mean?
Donna is working as a barmaid at the Queen Vic on the corner of the square.
Barmaid? That's ridiculous. Why would she want to do a job like that?
Well, I suggest you find her and ask her yourselves. Perhaps it'll make her see reality. Look, I'm sorry if I seem so hard, but I'm desperate. You've got to try and convince her, I mean it. Make her come back home. Leave him, move away, anything. Just so long as she leaves me and my family alone.